Okay, hello again. It is me, the Warforce, and we'll be doing. This is actually take 2 of a new experiment for Mount&Blade Warband Viking Conquest. Let's start a new game. I will be using 3 different types of cheats. 4, if you count the teleportation. It'll be a money, level, and I forgot what the map. To remove the fog of war. I don't like fog of war. I never really did. I felt like it was kind of restricting. So I'll be doing a sandbox campaign with everything set to beginner because I'm like that. If you really want to see hardcore gameplay, go to Reformist. He's a good Mount&Blade player. What's this does? Oh, running speed of troops. Combat AI beginner. Bandit parties normal. I have to keep battle size the way it is. And where's Gore? I want to turn that on so you'll see decapitation. Makes it seem a little bit more realistic. If you wanted to read that, you can pause it. I'll be a Norseman because I'm gonna be a Viking warlord, pillaging all of Britannia with a massive army. You'll be male, height, tall, age, young, personality. Will be wisdom, father's occupation, an outlaw, learned while a child, martial arts, vocation, landowner, hunter, religion, pagan. Since I'm gonna be a Viking. Allow me to quit without saving. I don't know how well. Don't know if this will crash or not. I want to point as many points in intelligence as possible. Law point to the Sea King, leadership, trade-ish, and navigation. I have to choose one, so I'll choose that one. So 2. The Bloodied. I think I spelled that wrong, but I can change it later. That's the most unique name I've ever came up with. Boom. So, money cheats. I'll also be using the cheat menu for troops because gathering troops can be very tedious. So, this is the game. I spawn in the Norselands. Basically, these territories are the Kingdom of Norberg, and this is Britannia. All of the Catholic monastery. I appear to be wrong. So this is like the Netherlands, I think. Well, around that area. There's a salt mine of Armstead. These 2 empires, factions, are the only Norse factions. I think these are like the picks up here. If I could get their faction name. Nope, not the picks. Okay. So, as I said, money cheat. Apparently, pennings is the universal currency. Yeah, that knife is not gonna do. I'm gonna get myself a 2-handed axe. Yeah, it's like a spray bottle, but you have to wield it with 2 hands in order to operate it properly. I am not funny. So, I am sorry I'm sorry if this is loud to you. So I have to put my points in wisely. I want a decent amount of points in every kind of spec. More navigation. Lots more of leadership. Trade, of course. Where's engineering? I need that for, like, siege weaponry. If I even need to use siege weaponry. First aid will also help. Where's trainer? That is very important to me. Trainer. There, level 5. Good enough. Inventory management. Surprised we don't get any prisoner management. Or is that only is that only exclusive to base Mount&Blade Warband? This is the kind of game you don't cut away, so you'll be seeing pure gameplay. It's not like I cut away much of my games anyways, so this won't be anything new. Now I'm gonna get myself a two-handed axe. So what I'm gonna do... Stop cheating! Stop cheating! Wake me up inside! It's over 300! Okay, sorry I snuck in a little meme there if you haven't noticed. So, I'm gonna buy myself some useful equipment to continue with my raiding of the Britannian lands. It's taking a bit because it has to load in a certain feature. You get to see the town before you can walk there. So, what I'm gonna do is... Training ground? No, what was it? Where is it? Trade with the locals. So first I'll get myself my two-handed axe. There's two types here. Heavy long axe, heavy long axe. I'll take a heavy long axe. I'll sell my bow. The armor. Get myself a thick common Hadesberg. I probably butchered that. Reinforced Norse helmet. Yeah, the Vikings never had those horned helmets, so that's why they're not here. And wrapped boots. And that's it. I just got myself some serious gear. Ready to construct my army. I still have quite a few pennings, so now I'm going to do my favorite option. Fast use. First, renown. Then, write the rule. Eventually I want to make my own kingdom out of the Norse lands, because if you do it in Christian lands, Christians tend to start getting mad at you. And add morale, money, and troops! And now the massive army of Norsemen. Say hello, massive army of Norsemen. So, are you ready for our first raiding expedition? These forts will not be any trouble. And here's that map cheat I was talking about. Well, some of the forts will be trouble if they're garrisoned by a lord. So I need to find something that's not garrisoned. Maybe it's too early in the game to be looking to attack something. I mean, it is February, it is winter, so I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna buy some food. You still have to feed your troops, no matter what. Unless you're playing Fantasy Calderia, so where you're a necromancer, and it was fixed to where they don't need to eat. Alright. Food. Goods merchant. Tar. Furs. Lots of smoked fish. This stuff won't go bad. and barley. And honey. I'm gonna need to go to all the major Norse towns. The whole reason why the Vikings started raiding Christian lands is for one reason and one reason alone. They don't get much food in the north. Oh, I still have the cheat menu on, so I'm gonna have to turn that off pretty soon. Goods merchant. Some more smoked fish. Honey. Bread. Picking food that won't go bad. Some food goes bad. So we may not be able to raid any of the forts, but we can raid the Christian monasteries. That's another reason why I chose pagan for my character. I'm Christian in real life, outside of the game, but honestly, this allows more fighting, and fighting is all about. Oh, I can like convert right here, but I'll make most of my army mad. So let's go pillage. I'm probably gonna turn down the music. I'm thinking about it. Actually, the music is already pretty down. It's time to shoot our first blood of this new series, if you guys would think this would make a good series. Monks are not really a problem for my forces. They don't wear any armor. They're fighting me with equipment. Don't like the Christians in this game because they take bribes for their religion, and that's also the same for the pagan priests. And neither side doesn't like that idea. That's the one thing they can't agree on. If you believe it or not. Get him! I'm not the fastest man in the world, though. Get him! This is the last guy. Get him! Skewer him! Thank you. We took some prisoners. Capture. Water, water. Jewelry. Vegetables! Most of the stuff in my inventory. Yeah, I need to do something. Don't stop! I need to turn off the cheat menu or else I was gonna keep happening. So, we should go off raiding this village. We have too big of an army for them to put up a fight, but I hope it doesn't do that whole thing. What we could do is we could enslave the villagers, or loot and burn the village, steal cattle, or force the peasants to give me supplies. But we're gonna burn it. Sometimes you'll have these interactive raids, but we're just gonna raid it right here and here and there. No lord's really gonna get in our way. So we're gonna get some food out of this. Salt, bread, cheese, smoked fish, honey. Sure, let's take the meat for like a special occasion. We're gonna raid all the villages around here. That's a fort. There's a lot of forts in there. If there wasn't that many in there, I would try to actually take it. But sadly, there's a lot more than what I would want. Burn. Ah, so the villagers are trying to fight me. Let's hope it doesn't do that whole glitch where it spawns 1,000. Nope. Frame rates are good, so it didn't spawn 1,000 of villagers. No, literally, sometimes it will spawn like thousands of villagers where you have to face off against. But not this time. There's all the villagers. Villagers are not particularly a threat for a massive Viking horde marauding. Again, they're using farm equipment just like monks. The worst they can do is block dust around you and try to bludgeon you to death, which is now keeping sounds high so you can hear the glorious murder. There's not that much voice acting in the game. Yeah, critical damage. You do hear some voice acting from the soldiers themselves and the bandits when they catch up with you, so we'll just plunder and raise it. Maybe we'll enslave some villagers at some point. Either way, that 2 villages raided and destroyed. We got some more smoked fish and some more bread and wheat. Yeah, for some. Where were you when I needed you? Jeez. Burn down 2 more villages. Lots of thieves around here. I don't know why. Thieving Franks. Thieves, more thieves. So I'm just gonna go in here and murder this village too. Basically, we're going true Viking here. Raiding and pillaging everything. We're just gonna enslave them this time. Ooh. You can sell them to many locations. Now can we burn it? Yep. That's funny. We can enslave the population, and then we can burn it. I like that. More food for my soldiers. My hungry, hungry soldiers. They must feast. I wish there was a mod of where you can have your soldiers feast on the flesh of their enemies, but no, sadly not. That would be cannibalism, though. And I believe both religions detest cannibalism. How's this fort looking? Ooh, it's unprotected. But yeet! Actually, it's February. Yeah, February in winter, sieging can really decrease the amount of soldiers you have. So, I'm just gonna continue raiding the small villages surrounding me. Let's burn this one. Ah, they're trying to fight me. Let's hope that doesn't spawn 1,000 villagers. No, thank you. I think that's only a problem for base Mount&Blade warband. The mighty Viking warband is coming for you. Oh, Mount&Blade warband, Viking warband. I'm sorry. I'm so very sorry. Where's all those villagers? There they are. This is not the best looking game, but something. In fact, Mount&Blade warband face is worse than this. Maybe I will turn down sounds. Kill them all! Headshot! So, we'll plunder the village and then raise it. As simple as that. There we go. We finished plundering it. More soapstone. Man, I really wish I found you soapstone earlier. I got a quest from a lady for marriage, and she required a lot of soapstone, like 10, I believe. And soapstone is hard to get. Did that village recover? Or am I looking at a different village? No, wait, these villages haven't recovered because I've looted them. Let's see what I can do to this farmstead. I wonder if I could get them to pay me. I don't have a horse, I just realized. Rest in pepperonis. Every location has a layout, but most of them are generic. So, yeah. Young warrior. For the emperor. I mean, no. Sorry, my warhammer slipped. Where's your leader? Ah, farmstead Reed. Good thing I didn't. Yeah, we just extorted a few villagers. That was nice. I can't raid those resource locations like I can the villages. But hey, the more villages I raid, the less wealth the surrounding forts get. So the more villages I raid, the better. Better for me in the long run. Plus it's something to do while I wait for winter to end. Which is loot and burn. We'll probably make camp nearby and wait out February. Between episodes, I'll be waiting around, looking, waiting for, at the end of this episode, I will be waiting for winter to end so we can actually start some warfare. But for now, since it's getting kind of close to the end of the episode here, we're gonna make camp. No scouts. We're just gonna camp out here. Oh, we can actually visit the camps and check how they look. For some reason, a chest spawns in, and that's our inventory. For some reason, I don't know why. But depending on the size of your army, is what your camp will look like. If you have a small army, you'll just be alone sleeping on a small cot out in the field. But if you have a large army, you get those war camps, and they're even bigger. But oh crap! I didn't mean to press that button. Rest in pepperonis. Oh, excuse me. So we're just gonna start waiting here. Too close to the settlement. I thought that might be the case. So we're just gonna teleport over there. I said over, pressing the wrong button. Over there. We'll camp here with our massive army. Fortify it. So we're gonna wait. A massive Viking war camp has appeared out in the wilderness of Great Britain. Well, soon to be Great Britain. This is still quite some time before Great Britain actually appeared. So I'm at odds with the surrounding lords of this faction. So see them all moving around? They could cause trouble later. So I have to be careful. This is going to be a lot of waiting. Realistically, if I was playing this more honestly, I would have had to buy a bunch of ships. And then I would be able to participate in ship combat. Ship-on-ship combat, which is a thing. I'm surprised they haven't tried to come after me. I bet they can't see me. But if they come across that bridge, we might have some trouble. We just have to wait until February ends. I forgot you had to actually pay your soldiers. We will continue waiting. I forgot there's like wild animals wandering the world as well. Oh, border incident. That can actually lead to a future war. A distract faction is an easier target. A faction at war with another faction is just a red target for a wandering, marauding Viking warband to come in and kill them. Traders are moving around. Probably from the other British, English factions. They'll trade with each other. You can intercept those and damage the wealth of the world. But depending on, you will spark hostilities with that particular faction. We could have trouble here. I'm gonna have to use a little bit of a cheat here. This guy must be like the king or something because he has a large army. Now let's hope this doesn't crash my game. Come on, load in. There it is. There's the enemy army. So, what I want to do is Control Alt F4. Assuming this doesn't crash my game, it should knock out all of the enemy soldiers. I only do this with particularly large forces. Oh god. I did it. I crashed the game, didn't I? Well, that seems to be about it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed. Yeah, I think I crashed it. R.I.P. I should have known better not to use that.